Wellington, Auckland shopping hotspots still tightly held, but growing number of empty shops. Retail strips in Auckland and Wellington are starting to show vacancies after a number of well-known fashion brands went bust last year. While retail vacancy remains low in the two cities, there are areas where the number of empty shops is growing. A new report from Colliers International shows vacancy has increased over the past year on Wellington's Lambton Quay, which is part of the city's Golden Mile of retail, as well as in Auckland CBD, Queen Street, Newmarket, Ponsonby Road, Takapuna, and Otahuhu. Retail expert Chris Wilkinson said the retail scene was fast-moving and constantly evolving, and there were a wide range of influences driving leasings and vacancies. In Auckland, the closure of Westfield Newmarket, to allow for a $790 million redevelopment, saw a large number of retailers leave from the centre, many of whom scrambled to find other space in the area, Wilkinson said. That saw spaces, some of which had been empty for some time, taken up, even if it was reluctantly. Meanwhile, in areas such as Ponsonby, there was a continued shift from retail to hospitality uses. In downtown Auckland, there was continued demand from international retailers to set up shop there, he said. In many cases for brand profile, primarily, and to a lesser extent for sales potential. Apparent vacancies there can often mean refurbishments, or an amalgamation of space is imminent, as these luxury brands typically want larger areas. But it was a different story in Wellington, with retailers needing to deliver profitability first and foremost, as they did not have the benefit of a lot of overseas-owned brands, he said. Overseas retailers are looking much harder now at their stores in New Zealand with greater focus on cost of occupation, which in some cases rival overseas cities with much bigger populations. We have seen reports which suggest rents are at their peak in prime areas, which certainly resonates with what international brands are telling us as they review Australasian portfolios, Wilkinson said. NZ is not isolated in these trends, but globally it's faring better than others. The UK is currently seeing major brands in distress and closing large numbers of stores, leaving major gaps in the malls and high streets. The average rent in Wellington CBD is $1,309 per square metre, which is up slightly from a year ago, and in Auckland CBD it remains unchanged at $2,775 per SQM. Colliers International Research Manager Leo Lee said retailers were often waiting for the right spaces to become available, keeping prime rents static in the short term. Non-core locations enjoyed modest rental growth, as refurbishments reduced the total stock available in some precincts. But landlords are expected to temper their expectation of rent rises, especially in areas with less exposure to foot traffic. Looking ahead, there would be an increase in the amount of retail space on offer, as projects near completion, he said. There was 7,500 SQM of space under construction in Wellington, and 149,877 SQM in Auckland.